Hello friends, I am Mrs. Shweta Shailendra Pandare, Assistant Teacher, Vidyapit High School, Kolhapur. Let us start to study lesson number 4, Effects of Electric Current. For study the energy transfer in an electric circuit, let us recall some symbols that is related to the electric circuit you are study in the previous standard. First, that is electric cell denoted by this diagram. Here is positive end, here is negative end. Then battery. Let us see here 1, 2, 3. Their cells are joined here. Then tap key. Here is tap key off. Here is tap key on. When we join these two ends, then tap key or flow is flowing through this wire. But when we do not join this is off condition and there is no flow in this wire. Then plug key denoted by this sign, this is off, and when we add that plug key in that, there is flowing of current. When there is no, we see here the plug key, there is no flow in this the wire. Then wire joint as like this, wire crossing, when two wires are crossed, that is denoted by this sign. Electric bulb, that is denoted by this sign. Resistance, rheostat or variable resistance. Then ammeter, this is A here, and voltmeter. So these are the signs that we are using in the electric circuit that you are studying in the previous standard. Let us see next, that is simple electric circuit. So this is simple electric circuit. You can see here only a copper wire is there and there is a bulb. But you can see that that bulb is not glowing. What is the reason for that? Let us see here, there is no potential difference is added here. That means the cells, there is no cells are adding here. So there is no flow of the current here and hence this bulb we say that is not glowing. But let us see here, when we are adding here potential difference, then there is flowing of the current is seen here and this bulb is get glow. So let us see, that is the potential difference is the electric level, that electrons are charge carriers and they are flow from the negative end to the positive end. But in this figure the flow of current is, that is positive end to the negative end. So this is the potential difference. Let us see, when electrons are moved from one end to other end, that is there is some work done is happen and that amount of work done is called, that is the potential difference, and that is denoted by the volt. That voltmeter is the device to measure this. If 1 joule of work done is to move 1 coulomb charge from one point to another point, then the potential difference between the point is, that is 1 volt. Okay, then see here the potential difference. This is charge at high potential and this is charge at low potential. Hence the batteries are charges to the higher potential and there is a potential difference because each coulomb of charge has a different potential energy at either and the either end of the battery. Hence, potential difference, that is V, is equal to E upon Q, that is energy divided by charge, and 1 volt, that is energy means work done, and work done is counted into the joule. Hence, 1 volt is equal to 1 joule, and charge is counted in the coulomb. Hence, 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. 1 volt is equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. So this is the important formula for further study of the electric circuit. Let's see about the electric current that you are studying in the previous standard. So this is a simple electric circuit. Here is the battery or the cell, and that is bulb is glowing here because of the electrons are moved in this, and that is the flow of electrons is called the current. Hence let us see the definition. An electric current is the rate of flow of electric charges in a circuit. So this is a simple circuit. Here is a cross section of the conductor, that is the wire, and these are the charges or the electrons that are flow. Here is the flow of the electrons. So as like this the electric circuit work. Let us see the unit of this, the current. Electric current I is a rate of flow of charge, that is Q, through a cross section A in unit of time T. Hence that current is denoted by I is equal to Q by T. The current is counted in the ampere, hence 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 second. Let us see here. 1 ampere A is charge flowing at the rate of 1 coulomb per second. So this is the unit of the current, and how we can count, that is the current. So these are two important, that is the potential difference and the electric current, for study the electric circuit. Let us study the first point, that is energy transfer in an electric circuit. So because of this energy transfer in this electric circuit, there is production of heat, and hence by this circuit we are studying about the Joule's law of heating. Let us see the trithes. In this trithes they are given us a material, that is connecting wires, electric cells, electrical resistance, voltmeter, ammeter, and plug key. Then we are joining this circuit. So let us see here. Here is a connecting wire. We are joining here the cells. Then here is the resistance, that is from A point to the B point. Then in parallel there is a voltmeter, and here is the ammeter. Here is the key. Okay, then let us see the potential at the point A is higher than the potential at the point B, as point A is connected to the positive electrode of the cell and the point B is connected to the negative electrode of the cell. Here is positive and here is a negative end. Let us see if, that is Q is the flow from A to B. Here is Q is the charge, that is flow from this wire from A end to the B end. Then work, that is V AB into Q. has been done here. When charge is here, then there is a work done in this area is that VAB into Q. While going from A to B, that are we are studying in the previous standard, from where does the energy is coming to doing this work. So this work done from A point to B point is done, and that energy is given by this, the source of the energy, that are the cells gives the energy, that is the charge Q, to the resistance for doing the work, that is V into Q is performed. Because of that the charge Q, if Q charge flow from A to B in time t, that is work is performed in time t, then during that time energy, that is V into Q, is given to the resistor. So here, that is energy is given to the resistor is that V into Q. So by this energy, what happened there? When this energy is given to the resistor, that resistor convert this, the electrical energy into the heat energy, and this resistor is get heated. Okay, so here that electrical energy is converted into the heat energy, and because of that the temperature of the resistor is get increased. So let us see, that is the energy or electrical power. Hence electrical power, that is denoted by P, is equal to energy upon time that is required. Hence that P is equal to V into Q upon T. But here at the equation of the current, or current is equal to Q upon T. Hence Q upon T is equal to I. Hence we are writing the price of this Q upon T, that is I here. Hence P is equal to V into I. That we are getting the first equation here. The source of energy, the cell gives in time t, that is energy P into T to the resistor, if I is the current flowing continuously through this circuit, the heat produced in the resistor in time t will be. Let us see the first equation, that is electric power is equal to, that is denoted by P, is equal to V into I. V is the potential difference that is provided in this circuit, and I is the current that is flow in this circuit. Hence the source of energy, that is the cell that gives in time t the energy, that P, this energy P into time, that is T, to this resistor AB. If I is the current flowing continuously in this circuit, because of this heat is produced in this resistor in time t will be. So we are derive the formula for the heat here. Hence let us see first that H is equal to P into T, that is the power in time t is given to the resistor. But you can see here that the P is equal to V into R. So, by this equation number 1, we are here fill the price of P. Hence, we are get here that is H is equal to again V into I into T. That potential difference in between AB, hence VAB into I into T, and this is the equation number 2. By this formula, we can count the heat that is produced in this resistor. This is the equation number 2. But you know, you are studying the Ohm's law in the previous standard. So, according to Ohm's law, what is that law? That law, V is equal to I into R. This is the Ohm's law that you are studying in the previous standard. This is equation number 3. So let us see. I write this formula again 2 types. What are that 2 types? Let us see here. First, this is the first. V is equal to IR. We are get the equation that is heat is equal to V across AB, that is the potential difference across AB, into I into T. This is the equation number 2. By this equation we count the heat in the resistor. But according to Ohm's law, that Ohm's law you are studying in the previous standard, that Ohm's law is V is equal to I into R. But this Ohm's law can we write as like this when we are finding out the current, that is I is equal to this R is towards this side, then formula is I is equal to V upon R. But when we are finding out the resistance, that is R, then again the formula is this I is going towards this side and R is equal to V upon I. So this way we can write the Ohm's law. Now we can fill the price of first, that is I, into this formula from this equation, that is I is equal to V upon R. First we fill this price and then second we fill this price. And let us see the formula for heat. The formula for heat, we fill this price here first. Again H is equal to V into, let us fill this price, that V upon R into T. Let's see. H is equal to V into V, that is V square, this T as it is, that is T upon R. So this is the equation number 4. By this formula also we can derive the heat produced in the resistance. Again we can fill the price of V is equal to IR in this formula. This is the one way. Okay. And then second way, that H is equal to this price, that of V I into R. This I is as it is I into T. Let us see the equation, that H is equal to I into I square into R T, and this is the equation number 5. So we are getting here the 3 formulas for finding out the heat. This is equation number 2, then equation number 4, then equation number 5. Up to this we are get three formulas for the heat, that is H is equal to V into I into T. This is the first formula for the finding out heat, that is in the resistance. Then H is equal to V square into T by R, that is the second formula, and H is equal to that I square RT, that is the third formula, and this formula is called the Joule's law of heating. So by this formula we can derive the heat that is produced in the conductor or in the resistance. Then next, that is unit for electrical power. So let's find out the unit. Hence, that electric power, the first formula, that electric power P is equal to that V across AB into I, that is the current, that is equal to that volt into ampere. So P is equal to volt into ampere. This is the equation number 6. Then 1 volt into 1 ampere. 1 volt into 1 ampere. In the recall we can see that is the value of 1 volt and also the value of 1 ampere. So let us fill that prices, that 1 volt is equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb, and 1 ampere current is equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 second. Hence I cancel this 1 coulomb to the 1 coulomb. This is the equation number 7, and we get here that 1 joule upon 1 second. Hence 1 joule upon 1 second is equal to, that is the watt. And this is the equation number 8. Thus here we find out the unit of electrical power that is 1 watt